again. It's called Stranger. Good morning. Just coming up on 20 minutes to 10 a.m. Hope you're having a pretty spectacular Saturday morning so far. Now, if you haven't made any plans for the long weekend yet, then I have got a wonderful idea for you. Even if you have made plans, cancel them. This is going to be better, I promise you. The Australian Improv Comedy Festival is on from now until the 9th of June. It offers wonderful improv shows for you to watch and enjoy, as well as so much more. This morning we are joined by the founder and director of the festival, Happy Feraren and Eran Thomson. Guys, good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's all happening. I'm excited and I'm impressed because you guys started the festival yesterday.
Yes.
And you are both standing and awake at,
I know.
at 12 to 10
Barely.
in the morning. So for any of our listeners out there who have maybe been living under a rock for the last million years, what is improv? Tell us a little bit about the craft of improv.
Okay, yeah, you're like, who's gonna do it?
We're gonna make up an answer right now.
Sure. Well, improv is something. It just means it's theater that is created on the spot. So a lot of it is inspired by audience suggestions. So they'll ask a question, and then they use that as inspiration to create scenes, dialogue, and content entirely on the spot. So
Gosh.
it's all spontaneous. Nothing is scripted.
Yeah.
And people really train and practice in the sense of not learning their lines, but the skills to learn how to improvise and create on the spot.
Yeah, it's a big part of it's about like learning to listen and react, adapt, and communicate on stage. And when you're watching really great performers like we had on stage last night and at the shows tonight, it can feel like you're watching a scripted performance. It can be really magical, and a lot of times audiences walk away going, they had to have known they were going to say those things. But the really good performers can make it look flawless.
Wow. Is it about as well the chemistry between the performers? Do you think that the key to good improv is trusting the people you're with or knowing the people you're with?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, one of the things that we teach at LMA is this idea. Well, I mean, most long-form improv schools talk about the ensemble philosophy, and what that really means is, and it's an approach to not only just work on stage, but in life in general, where you agree to have each other's backs, right? So if Happy and I step out on stage together, my only job is to make her look good, support her ideas, decisions, and choices. She's going to do that for me. And so when we step out together, we trust and know and believe in each other that we're going to support each other and make each other look good.
That's like a ride or die. I love
That's right.
Stage ride or die.
That's way more cool sounding than
I know.
ensemble philosophy.
Yeah, that's what improv is.
Yeah, it's ride or die. It's a new
And that's what they're
t-shirt.
doing right now. They're just like supporting me and my crazy things that I'm saying. Now, tell us about the Australian Improv Festival. What's happening? What can people expect? What made you want to start this huge undertaking that I'm sure it has been?
Well, yeah, there's a few questions there. So I guess starting with what it is it's basically a celebration of improv in all its forms. And there's a bunch of different styles and approaches to improv. And we just sort of felt like it was, long form has been around long enough in Australia that we thought we might be able to pull this off. It was very ambitious, I would say. And so we were really pleased to see a sold out show last night. But basically what we want to do is just share with the wider community. Improv can be quite insular. The people who come into it fall in love with it, and it becomes for many kind of a way of life. And we wanted to just share that with a wider group and show them what it is.
And we really wanted to just celebrate improv in Australia. So like we have groups from Illawarra and Melbourne who came here to perform. So last night we had one from Illawarra, and tonight we have the Sooth players from Melbourne who they're performing.
They do improvised Shakespeare, which even if you don't like Shakespeare, you're gonna like these guys. They make it fun. Yeah.
So it's really just celebrating that, because there's a lot of great things happening all around Australia, and that's what we really wanted to do. Like that's the dream, to have representation from every state or city.
Yeah, in many ways, we kind of call it our gift back to the community, right? We're huge on community, and we just felt like what didn't exist was a way for all the people who are excited about this craft and want to do it to come together in one special event and show off what they can do, but meet each other and connect and move forward and grow this thing.
What do you think are some of the biggest misconceptions about improv?
That you have to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So actually the people who come in thinking they're really funny are the ones who do the worst, because they focus on themselves and there's so much in their heads that they forget to listen, and they forget to see that everybody else is around them that they have to listen to and work with. So that's the first thing for me. It's really about it's more about letting go and listening rather than trying to push yourself and be funny.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. And part of the reason I fell in love with improv was I was one of those people that came into my very first improv class and was trying to be the funniest person in the room.
He's the one I was talking about.
And I ruined it for everyone, you know. And I was like, oh wait, I had to kind of step back and go, what is this? And you know, the skills that you learn in improv, and part of what I fell in love with were the listening skills, right? If you think about it, we're all taught how to read, we're all taught how to write, we're all taught how to speak, but there's no listening school, right? Your parents don't teach you how to listen. They might tell you to, but they don't teach you to, right? And improv gives you that skill and many more. So, yeah, it's pretty. And the comedy comes from authenticity, truth, right? I have this theory that when people laugh, that's sort of like an unconscious recognition of like, yeah, I thought that, or I feel that.
Or I recognize that truth in my life. And
and that's where the comedy comes from.
Wow.
And a lot of the, like Happy said, some of the best performers we have are people that came through our school because they wanted to get better at public speaking or thinking on their feet or gain confidence, and then found their kind of inner funny bone along the way, and then found a life on stage.
Yeah.
Home on stage. Yeah.
Wow. So how can people get involved with the festival? Because I'm like so sold on the improv scene now. I'm like, yep, I'm in. I'm done.
Okay,
Take me to a
we're
show.
gonna do it during the break. We'll do a workshop. So tonight we have 2 shows. We have an early Saturday show, and a late night show. So it's 6:30 and 8:30 at the Seymour Center.
Perfect.
If you want to learn about improv, we have workshops happening today, actually right this moment. So we have morning sessions and afternoon sessions on Saturday and Sunday.
Beautiful. Where can people get tickets?
Probably the easiest place to go is the Australian Improv Festival website, which is the short URL is improvcomedyfest.com.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Guys, this is, it sounds like you guys have had so much fun putting it together. It sounds like it would be just a wild, stressful, but very fun thing to do.
Yeah, it's really worth it. Like, it is very stressful, but when you see it come to life and when you see everyone just, you know, meeting people for the first time and behaving like they were friends for like forever, BFFs, it's just beautiful to watch, to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
that connection.
Last night was pretty magical.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I feel the magic now.
Yeah.
I do.
So
I
come
truly
along,
do.
listeners. We're doing it again
absolutely.
today and tonight.
Well, happy Eran, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll have to leave it there, but it sounds like it's going to be a great night tonight again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
That was Happy and Eran from the Laugh Masters Academy discussing with us the Australian Improv Festival. Now, the Australian Improv Festival is on from the 7th to the 9th of June. It started yesterday. It's going to go through till tomorrow. Workshops are being held. It's all online. We'll pop lots of links on the podcast at the end of the show if you want to grab some tickets, register for a workshop, check it out, learn more. I promise you there will be 1,004 resources online at the end of the show. It's 13 minutes to 10, which means there are just 13 minutes left before Andrew Popel takes over with Final Draft Body Type now. Off the album EP2, it's called Humour. Morning.